we mark the 67th anniversary of the Tibetan national uprising, when tens of thousands of Tibetans defended your culture, your people, your way of life, and your independence. You were met with overwhelming military force, a determination to crush your spirit, to crush your people, your language, and your way of life. And yet 67 years later, the Tibetan people are still standing, still speaking, still defending your culture, your identity, and your faith. That is not defeat, it is extraordinary resilience in the face of what you face. But the repression did not end in 1959, and it continues today. Monks are imprisoned, writers are silenced, children are separated from their families and sent to state boarding schools to strip them of their identity, their names, their language, and who they should be. The Chinese Communist Party's goal is quite simple, and it is to erase Tibetan identity, to control the narrative, and to silence anyone who dares to speak out in support of you and your people. This is not, as we know, limited to Tibet. Tragically, we see the same repression, whether it be in Xinjiang and more recently in Hong Kong. But increasingly, that repression reaches beyond the borders of China. And so I want to thank you all for gathering today, particularly those of you who still have family in Tibet or anywhere where the Chinese Communist Party attempts to reach them and to silence them. Because by coming here today, you are being defiant and you are refusing to be silenced. Transnational repression is the long arm of the Chinese Communist Party, and they will go to no ends, they will stop at no ends to silence you. So Britain must be clear where we stand. We must be a country where people can speak freely, where you have no fear that the Chinese Communist Party will be able to reach you or silence you, intimidate you, let alone knock on the door of your neighbours and ask to have you kidnapped and extradited to China. We must have no truck with that, and we must be absolutely clear, because no foreign government should be able to intimidate people here on British soil. And that is why China must be put in the enhanced tier of the foreign interference scheme, because we need to make sure we track those that they deploy to silence people who would come together, like today, in harmony and in peace and in solidarity with others. And that is also why we must not see the Chinese Communist Party's new embassy approved. To do so sends exactly the wrong message at a time where we must say that this government and all of us in Parliament will accept no foreign hostile activity on our shores. To agree the embassy in light of the treatment of Jimmy Lai, in light of the treatment of the people of Tibet, in the light of the treatment of all those political prisoners being tortured across China is unforgivable. To do so when we see them committing hostile acts on our shore is an act of complete national derision and to harm our own country. Silence does not protect human rights. Silence does not protect vulnerable communities, and silence only emboldens those who seek to do harm and to allow repression to continue without consequence. The Tibetan people have shown for 67 years that no amount of repression will extinguish a people's determination to live freely and in peace. And so I stand with you. And while 67 years is a long time to wait, the Tibetan people have not given up hope. And so we here must stand with them and keep that fire burning, because they need us to show that that the candles they light are being burned in solidarity with us. So I say, Tashi Delek, good fortune and blessings to you all. Long live Tibet. Thank you for coming here today, and we must continue to stand by the Tibetan people, and I will continue to do that in every way I can.